Iar acum încheiem jurnalul cu un interviu în exclusivitate. Interpretează de la Bach la Paganini sau de la Mozart la Vivaldi. David Garrett traversează mapamondul și a venit și în România la sfârșitul săptămânii. Turneul în care se află, Iconic Trio Tour, l-a adus la arenele romane. Este pentru prima dată pe scenă într-o formulă de 3, chitară, bas și vioara Guarnieri del Gesù, pe care cântă David Garrett. Materialul integral va fi difuzat sâmbătă în seria de interviuri TVR Cultural.
Bun găsit, doamnelor și domnilor, la interviurile Jurnalului Cultural. Sunt Ioana Pavel și am un invitat special, cel mai rapid violonist din lume, cel puțin așa zice Cartea Recordurilor, David Garrett. And thank you for accepting our interview.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Yeah, let's talk now about your first violin, first meeting with music.
Well, I started when I was 4, so my first meeting was at a very early age. My older brother started first to play, and I was always fascinated with the sound, the instrument, and so I started playing also, and things developed very quickly.
Somebody discovered your gift. You have a gift. You have to have a talent to play.
Is it really discovered, or is it worked for, the gift? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a little bit of both. You have to have some physical talent for the instrument. You have to have a good ear. But besides that, it's a lot of work.
I know.
So.
In this long way of your career, maybe you lost some friends because of the concerts or because you didn't have time for them?
The friends I lost because of concerts, you can lose. Because if somebody doesn't accept that you have a passion for something in life, then they're not your true friends.
What was the biggest day of your life and the worst one?
I think the biggest day is always the day you're actually living right now in. So tonight is my biggest day because I'm here, I can play, it's a wonderful venue, the weather looks great. I don't look back and say this was something special. I rarely do it. Of course, playing with great conductors, with Abado when I was 12, with Menuhin when I was 15, playing with a bunch of great artists, from Zubin Mehta to Riccardo Chailly, Giuseppe Sinopoli. So working with those people, of course, helped develop my musicality at a very early age.
You've been chosen to play in a movie as Paganini.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was interesting. I think the most important thing for me was to create a soundtrack. I mean, I started this project because I was able to do the movie soundtrack. There was always something I wanted to do in my life.
Changing the subject, favorite composer, because there are a lot of period of time, a lot of composers in the universal history of music.
Yeah. Favorite? Very difficult. I think music is very diverse. Luckily, it's very diverse, and every day you want to maybe hear something else. If it's only Johann Sebastian Bach, it might get boring, although I love Bach. If it's only Beethoven, it also kind of gets at some point.
But you must have a favorite violinist.
Also there, I would kind of like argue that I do have, of course, I like the violinists who you can identify immediately with the sound. And Arthur Grimio, and Michael Ehlmann, Itzhak Perlman, and Isaac Stern, Yehudi Menuhin, Jascha Heifetz. You hear exactly the voice immediately.
But Itzhak Perlman was your teacher, your professor.
Itzhak Perlman was my teacher at Juilliard, yeah.
How was it to have such a great, big violinist next to you?
Well, it was very nice, and he's such a great colleague. He's always been very supportive. Even he never saw students as students, or he doesn't see it. He sees like colleagues, and helps out where he thinks there's still room of improvement.
Success or love for music? What is important?
They go hand in hand. I think first you have to have love for music.
You played as well on Stradivarius violin, on
Yeah.
Guarneri violin. How is this difference? How you feel it? How you touch it?
Well, the touching is not the big difference, but the sounds, the colors. In the end, a lot of violinists actually chose Guarneri del Gesù over Stradivari. Even Ionesco, played Guarneri del Gesù.
This time, iconic. Why iconic? Why you choose this title?
Because those are the people, those are the pieces from the violinists I used to listen a lot as a child to, in Ehlmann or Francescatti, Schering, Heifetz. Iconic is my homage, my bow to all the great inspirations I got from the violinists and from those recordings.
Thank you very much.
You're mostly welcome.
Doamnelor și domnilor, a fost David Garrett. Eu vă dau întâlnire la următoarele interviuri ale Jurnalului Cultural.